I messed it up. 5 years into my business, I sat down in front of a friend who I was shooting their wedding later that year, and I told them that I was done. Wedding photography was no longer for me. It was not me, it was them. I mean, it was not them, it was me. No, I didn't say that. I did tell them though that I wasn't going to be doing wedding photography anymore after their wedding. I'm Luke Leland. I'm a wedding photographer based out of Toronto, and plot spoiler alert, I didn't end up stopping the business. I'm still a wedding photographer, and it's many years after this story. Up to that point, I had run a pretty successful little wedding photography business for those first 5 years. And honestly, the first few years of doing the business was amazing. It was a dream come true. I was shooting a lot of my friends' weddings. That's kind of how I accidentally got into wedding photography. But as the years went by, I stopped shooting, my personal friends' wedding. And so it became more about a business and shooting, people's weddings that I didn't know. And how I was doing it, I hated it. I couldn't stand it anymore. I felt like other wedding photographers were doing this amazing kind of creative work, and I loved what they were doing. My clients were good. It wasn't that they were bad clients or people, but it was how I was doing the work. I didn't like what I was doing. I felt like I was like a shutter monkey. I was just like running around like a monkey with a camera in my hand, just firing as many photos as I could. And I couldn't do it anymore. I was about to call it all quits. I had already started quite actively looking for actually work in the commercial photography space in advertising. And it was in the midst of a conversation with my wife, Allie, where she said to me, I still vividly remember her saying this: what if you did wedding photography in a way where you liked it? Wait a minute. What? You can't do that. People hate wedding photography. People don't like doing it. It's like the end of the road. It's like being a failed commercial photographer. People do wedding photography. At least that was very much kind of the idea at the time. I didn't know that I could do it in a way that I would love it. That didn't cross my mind. I thought I was just stuck with the jobs that I got. I just was stuck in this market. Other people were doing other things that were amazing. I had all of these things that were against me. It was where I lived. It was because I had to move. It was because I didn't have these connections. I didn't have this. I didn't have this. I didn't have what other people had. That's why I thought I wasn't successful. It never really crossed my mind, well, maybe I'm creating my own problem. And in that moment, I realized maybe the problem wasn't out there. Maybe the problem was me. Maybe it was my lack of vision and direction and focus, and frankly, an unwillingness to learn from others that was putting me in the position that I was in. Which reminds me of this phrase that I love now, and that is the biggest limitation to your business and to your business growth is you, is the person who owns it, who runs it. You're the limit. I'm the limit. Now, depending on where you are, that is a very depressing thing to hear. It's just are you kidding me? All of this is my fault? What? Now, that can be, discouraging, and it can make you feel well, what am I supposed to do? The amazing thing about that is that if it's my problem, if I was the big issue, that means I can do something about it. That means it's not up to other people for what my business should be like. It's not up to other people how I should approach wedding photography. It's not your competitors. It's not the government. It's not your mom. It's me. And I can do something about it. I can change it, which also means that I can be successful and I can actually love how I'm being successful. That was a huge moment for me in my photography career. And so from those ideas, from talking to my wife, Allie, it kind of spurred me on to do a few things in my business that just radically pushed me in a completely new direction and would eventually help me build, the 6-figure wedding business that I'm running today that is not only, financially successful, but it's also quite fulfilling. And it's a business and it's a product that I believe in, that I'm excited about, and that I love, which are all words that I didn't know you could say with wedding photography. One of the first things that I did was that I realized that I needed some outside help. I needed a different perspective because whatever I was doing was not helping. One of the first things that I did was I actually asked my wife, Allie, to be like, listen, can you just give me whatever input? Like, what do you see from the outside? Can you take a look from the outside and help me see what I'm not seeing? Because when you run a small business like this by yourself, it's just you all the time, right? And you become blind to what you do well, what you do poorly. And it was so incredibly helpful when I had someone that cared about what I was doing to look in and be like, this is how I can help you. I also actually had another photographer look at my work, look through my weddings, and tell me like, this is what you need to fix. This is what you need to improve. And I thought like, oh yeah, there wouldn't be that much at all. But there was a bunch of things that I had just not thought about before. I had never seen or heard of before. And I was like, wow, there is actually so much that I can do here. And I didn't think it was me. I didn't think I was the problem. I thought it was other people's problem. And so it gave me so many things that I could actually work towards. And if you are in that same position and you want some help, you need an Allie to look into your business, into your photography, and give you some help. I'm running a 6-week mastermind next month. We do weekly live streams, a Q&A. There's a community aspect where you get to connect with the other photographers. And we include a short one-on-one session with me as well. This is going to be just a small group of photographers that want to take their photography business to the next level. They want to be like, Luke, I might be some of my problem. How can I see what I'm not seeing? If you need some help with that, come join us. Check out the link in the description and you can apply for it there. The other thing that I realized was maybe I could work harder. Maybe my work ethic could do some improvement. And this was not just like one realization where I was like, oh, I'm lazy. It wasn't that. It was once I saw these things that other people were seeing and I was like, oh yeah, I could improve those things in my business. Then I had a vision of like, wow, there's so many things that I could do with this business. There are so many things on my to-do list that I'm excited about that could improve things, that could get more clients, that could help me raise my prices, that all of a sudden I was like, I need to work more. I need to use my time better. And it was all of those very tactical things that I reevaluated. One of those things and one tip is just to get a time tracker. I use one called Toggl, Toggl, and it's just a free app. There's a paid version too, but I just use the free version where I could just track how much time I was spending on things so that I was just optimizing my hours to now work toward this new goal and vision that I had. The next thing that I did, and this was a bit of an ego herder, was that I decided to take on 2 second shooting jobs. Now, at this point of my career, I felt very confident in photographing weddings. I felt like doing second shooting at this point was a step down. It really wasn't I was doing second shooting because I didn't know how to shoot weddings. I did, but I realized kind of for the first time, I can learn something from other people. Like, I don't know everything. And doing second shooting helped me just see how other photographers worked, how they interact with clients, how they structured their day. And I learned so much from that, even though for me, it was hard to get paid a very little amount to second shoot or like assist someone on a wedding day. But it gave such invaluable lessons for me going forward. The next thing that I did was I invested a little bit in education. I didn't go crazy and get like every single course that ever existed out there, but we were specific in buying a book that was helpful from a photographer that I really liked at the time, and then also like a wedding course. And while these were not just like things that just like radically changed my life and was like, that's how to take wedding photography, there were several kind of tips and approaches that I had not thought about before. And it also, when you put money into education, I was completely against this, by the way. I thought all education was a scam. I thought all these photographers that were like wanting to educate me were just like trying to like steal my money. And I was like, I'm so against anything like this. And it was Allie that really helped encourage me to be like, Luke, you can learn things from other people and not everyone is a scam, okay? There are scammers out there, but there are people that genuinely want to help other photographers. And yes, of course, I learned some great things from the courses and from that book. But in particular, like when you open yourself up to learning from others and from educating yourself from other people, it put me in a different posture of just having a little bit more of an open mind, and having that open mind helped me kind of figure things out in my business and helped me look at things from different perspectives in ways that I had never considered. And lastly, it helped me do an autopsy. This, if you've been in any of my classes or my last mastermind, or even some of my other videos, I think I've mentioned this, is I love doing this idea of an autopsy, where you look at maybe a wedding that you've just shot, or even just your whole business, and you look at what you've done well, what you've done poorly, and what could be improved. You take some time and you really dive deep and look into the things that, at that time I was doing things well. There were some things that I was really good at in wedding photography, but there were some things that I were doing poorly, and there was some things that needed to improve. And it wasn't that many things. But when I did make those improvements, and when I actually gave myself some time to actually see those things that needed to be improved, that's when everything started to shift for me. And it changed, being like, I'm done with this business, I'm done with wedding photography, to, wow, I see like a whole future for myself that I didn't even know existed. Because you can do this. You can build, whether it's a photography business, a wedding photography business, or any type of business, when you realize that, I was the biggest limiting factor to my business, it gave me so much empowerment to be like, okay, you know what? Maybe there's some outside forces holding me back. Maybe there's some difficulties or struggles that I have to overcome. But for the most part, I'm the limiting factor, which means I can do something about it. Again, if you want some guidance in figuring out how to get your business to the next level, how to see things in your business or in your work that you're just not seeing, come join us. Come join me and other photographers from around the world on this mastermind that is starting next month. It is application only, so you do have to be accepted in order to join it. And applications are open until October 31st, or it will close when the mastermind is full. That's it for now. Sorry for the tough truths, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. And if you face it straight on, if you look at yourself in the mirror and say, what can I do about it? It's going to be good. It'll be really good. I promise. Okay, bye.